Okay, review time. Let's talk about Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler was a great movie. I read about it too. That means you need to go redbox it. Great conversation piece. You're gonna have a good time watching this flick. Main character, played by Jack Gyllenhaal. By the way, that guy is quickly becoming one of my man crushes. He doesn't put out movies or flicks. He puts out stories that you can talk about later. He also just, his acting is rare. Yeah, he kind of takes a character in, builds it, and kind of puts his body through hell to match that character. This guy was very skinny, and then Southpaw comes up, and he just put on 30 pounds of muscle. Not unlike Christian Bale. Christian Bale did it the exact same thing, does the exact same thing, especially in his younger days. Yeah. What this is, at the core, is a guy trying to find a niche. He found a niche that's going around town at night and filming things for the news to put on the next day. He starts up at the base floor, ground one, and then builds it up all the way up there. And the way he kind of builds his business, the people he shafted, the people he didn't help. It's hard to imagine business being built like that, but it happens every day. But he wins. He wins at the end, and he's going to keep on winning. You don't want him to, but good watch. Good watch. That is it from a basic premise. If you haven't seen the movie and are still intending to, go ahead and stop watching the video now, because I'm about to get into some major spoilers and some major character breakdown. You've been warned. It's hard to talk about this movie without first talking about good and evil, right and wrong. I think universally, there is no such thing as just the consequences of your actions. Furthermore, right and wrong is often decided upon by the society that surrounds it. Now let's talk about this fucking movie. While I was watching this movie, I kept thinking about guys like Christopher Columbus, Walter, the guy who made Walmart, and Andrew Jackson. Christopher Columbus was... he killed a lot of people to get to gold. Yeah. Andrew Jackson also killed a lot of people just because he didn't really like their savage ways or Indian ways, despite the fact they've already adopted the civil man's ways. And of course, Walter, who just paid people starving wages. Love how this movie starts too. Him cutting off chain link fence and then stealing the watch of the guy. One, he had bills to pay. You saw the little studio he was living in. He wasn't fancy, but he needed money, and that's how he got money. Stealing from a big giant corporation. I mean, who fucking cares, right? I love how he asked the guy if he was a cop first. I like how he kind of manipulated him into giving that information up. He basically hacked the security guard. Yeah, I thought about being a cop too, but decided to explore my options more. One, he hacked a motherfucker. Two, as soon as he got the information he needed, he knew the consequences. The consequences of his actions in that situation, however bad it may have left a taste in their mouth, the consequences, he was allowed to pay for his rent. He got a baller-ass watch. And he was able to survive for that much longer. Early on in the movie, it was really apparent to me that he wasn't a people person. He doesn't like them, doesn't get them, he doesn't really have empathy, or he has too much empathy. And that's something we can look into later. Just to dive into it real quick, people who have way too much empathy often don't know how to fit in society because it's really just information overload. They're getting way too many emotions from everybody. And they often overthink a lot of things. Back to the movie. Very hardworking. If you follow Five Bravo, I quoted this guy as being a ambitious little weasel. He didn't know what he wanted to be, but he was very 100% about it once he found his niche. And his niche was taping things for the news. He started at the ground level Honda Civic from the 1930s all the way up to this fucking Georgia. And by the way, that car scene though. I said earlier that this guy reminded me of Walter. Walmart Walter? Walter? I don't know. Don't kill me. Don't find me and kill me because I don't know this guy. He treated his employee. He paid his employee very, very little. He actually wanted to pay him nothing, but the employee wouldn't have it. He paid this guy the bare minimum until he overproduced. Very Walmart-like. Very Walmart-like. And the negotiation, though, man. Jesus Christ. I think everybody needs to take a lesson from this guy. Very calculated. Every morning he took care of his finances. He wanted to be his own boss, it's good, but having a steady paycheck is not bad for you if you want to inspire to be your own boss. I'm just saying that Shame Shea hasn't been working for the past 6 years. Maybe it's time to sell out and get that living expense. I don't know. What the fuck I know, though? None of them. What else do I need to talk about? Oh, let's talk about how he took out the competition. This isn't the first time a human being has done this to a human being. I don't know what the big deal is. I wouldn't do it. I think 80% of us wouldn't. I think 95% of us wouldn't do it, but he had to do it to produce, dude. Like, he had a good thing going for him. And the end result of his business, the 2 vans and the 3 interns that he probably not going to pay for about 2 or 3 months. He's going to ride that pony as long as it goes. But he's still a very motivational speaker. Also, like Walmart guy. I see just greatness in this. Fuck. Let's see if I can find it. I have a quote in Crime and Punishment. Highlighted a couple things here. Anyway, can't find the passage, but in this book, he's sitting in the bar and he's discussing with one of his good friends who later throws himself underneath the horse buggy. In it, he kind of states that morality can be bent if you're an extraordinary person. And he's Napoleon as an example. Napoleon sent hundreds of thousands of people to their death marching for country and for a cause. It was just a number to him. Was this the right thing to do morally? And humane sake, no, but it was just too means. And this character in Nightcrawler definitely understood that. I think he bent morality. If he hasn't, he might be a sociopath. I don't know. He's probably a sociopath. But at the end, he won. And he's going to keep on winning because he found his niche. People like that need something to work for. Their job, success, absolute victory is their high. Good watch. I didn't buy the movie. I want to hold against you if you didn't. Just watch it. Redbox it. Yeah, definitely a good movie to talk about. Okay, that does it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. Until next episode, man, bye.